reporting tool. We had seen some introduction in the last session. Now we will see some of the things before going ahead. So how Power BI started? Okay, so Power BI product is a BI tool. Who developed this? Which company? Microsoft company. Okay, so this is a product of the Microsoft. So if you know that there are so many BI tools available in the market, which was a competitor like a Tableau, ClickView, okay, which was a competitor for the Power BI. So Power BI, the very secretly they developed. Microsoft, they did world wasn't aware about the like Microsoft was developing a new tool. Okay, they are coming to the bring the new tool into the market. Okay, so how they started the Power BI? So let me tell you the history. So there were first in 2006 Microsoft started the secret project with the name is a Gemini. Okay, in the 2009 they renamed the Gemini to the Power Pivot. Okay, so that was released, that was coming with the Microsoft Excel, okay, for the free. In Power Pivot you can do the some kind of, you can connect using Excel. From Excel you can connect with any of the server, SQL server, or you can get the data and you can perform some pivoting, okay, transformation. Slowly Power Pivot gaining the popularity in 2012. Okay, so once they started to gaining, they released the Power View as a part of the SharePoint. Okay, so after that Power View is primarily intended to create a visualization, charts. Okay, so now what combine Power Pivot plus View means visualization plus pivoting, that is a transformation. Okay, now in 2013 Data Explorer was released to address the data shaping issue. So later they renamed the Data Explorer to the Power Query. So Power Query they released because they wanted to convert, they wanted to add the ETL also, okay, in that tool. So they released slowly. so slowly they started to gaining and add the more component in one tool. First they added a Power Query, then they added the Power View. Power View is nothing but a visualization, and Power Pivot. Okay, and then they come up with in the 2015 finally Microsoft has combined the integrated capability Power Pivot, Power Query and Power View. These three components they combine and create one Power BI tool. Okay, so they release into the market as a Power BI suite which contain the Power BI desktop. Okay, so this thing is a combine, as we discuss introduction, that there are three components which made by the Power BI. That is first is Power Query. Okay, Power Query editor. Second is, that is nothing but the ETL. Okay, it is use of the ETL. You know what is ETL? Last time we had seen, right? What is the ETL? Pranay? Dinesh?
It is used for data querying.
Yeah, it is used for the data cleaning, data transformation. Okay, Power Query editor. Then second was a data modeling. Okay, and third is a data visualization. Okay, so these three things they combine into the Power BI and they come into the market. But when they release in the 2015, there were so many tools available in the market. Like it was one of the like a Tableau. Tableau was a very powerful. Okay, in 2015, there was no competitor. So now Tableau has been acquired by the Salesforce company. Okay, so currently it is also in the market. Salesforce company. Okay, so currently still into the market and it is good. Okay, so right now there are two competitors only, Tableau and Power BI in the market. There are so many jobs on the Power BI and there is so many jobs on the Tableau. Okay, so now when they come with the 2015, what is the thing that they will attract the customer? What was the thing that they will attract the customer? Tableau was asking for some money for licenses, even a desktop, okay, even for a desktop license, okay, and server license. So it is very costly. Even if you say there are kind of 129 euro per license, so company have to pay this money to the Tableau software, okay. So they have to purchase both Tableau desktop as well as server, okay. So two things, for that they have to purchase the license. But Power BI, what they do it, they make a desktop, Power BI desktop, they make it as a free, okay. They make it as a free, only they took the money for the server, online server license, okay. There are two types of license for the Power BI online. One is a premium and second is a pro, that we will see when we will start the Power BI online server, okay. So there are two types of licenses. One is a premium and second is pro, okay. So two licenses are available in Power BI online server, but Power BI desktop completely free, anyone can use it. But same thing is not happen with the Tableau desktop is not a free, we have to purchase the license first, then we can use this tool, okay. But Power BI is a completely free. So that's where they have attracted the customer. Most of the IT company started to migrate all their dashboard from Tableau to the Power BI, and Power BI has a number of features like artificial intelligence they have added into their Power BI, okay. I will tell you like I will show you like one of the example when we will start. So there are some sentimental analysis, like if you are let's say in the Facebook, you are going to click, you are sharing or you are clicking on the any of the, or you are giving the comment to the any post, how we will know that the particular, let's say there is an election, okay, BJP election, and people are giving the comment, how do you know that it is a bad comment, it is a good comment, okay. So you cannot count, okay. So there is a artificial intelligence which help to analyze that how many people are giving a good comment, how many people are giving the bad comment. So how they find out, based on the some words, okay, that is called as a sentiment analysis, okay. That we will see, which is also embedded into the Power BI, okay. So we can also do the sentimental analysis into the Power BI, okay. Now before going for the further, I want to discuss with you as we discuss, we can connect any of the data source and files, okay. We can connect any of the source, any of the data source and from the Power BI desktop. So let's say this is the Power BI desktop. What is the data source? This is the Power BI desktop. So Power BI desktop is used by the developer, Power BI developer, okay. Let's say Power BI developer are using, we can connect the Power BI desktop to any of the data source. What does the data source mean? What will be the data source means? Data source can be the files, okay. Data source can be the files, or it can be the online server, database server. It can be the online database server, okay. What are the servers available in the currently in the market? Anyone? SQL database,
Oracle,
SQL server database, Oracles are available. Again PostgreSQL, next MySQL, right. And what kind of file can connect the Power BI desktop? So these are the online online databases. Okay, what about the Power BI if they want to connect with the files? What are the files available? We can connect text file, right? Text file, CSV, Excel. Okay, there are so many files. Okay, there are so many files we can connect. So what is meaning of the data source? Data source can be the database, online database. Data source can be the files. What is the data source definition? Anything we can store, if something which can store the information, that is called as data source. It can be the file, it can be the online database. Okay, data source. What will be the data source? It can be the something can be store information, that is called as a ऐसी कोई भी चीज which can store the information, that you can call it as a database. Okay, text file में हम we can save some information, right? Excel file में भी also we can save some information. So there are so many files format available. Okay, same thing online database like Aadhaar card database. If you know that Aadhaar card also using some databases, so they may be using Oracle, they may be using SQL Server or Postgres. Okay, so they are storing something, our information. That means it is an online database. So this kind of database we can connect with the Power BI. This kind of database, this kind of data source we can store with the Power BI. So last time we had seen how to connect the Power BI. Let's say I am opening the Power BI. Understood everyone? What is the data source? Pranay, Dinesh, Renuka, Shamli?
Yes.
Okay, what is the data source? Something that can store the information, that is called as a data source. Either it can be file, it can be the online database. Okay, so let's first one example. See, this is one of the online database. Okay, so there are so many tables I have added. Okay, this thing also we will try to connect. This is the online database. Okay, this database I will try to connect with the Power BI. Also we will try to connect with the Excel file or particular CSV file. Okay, so you will understood that how we can connect with the file, how we can connect with the database. Okay, this is a SQL Server database. Okay, Okay, so let's how to connect with the database or any file. Let's connect with the one of the Excel file. So how to connect? Go to the get data, click on the get data, click on the get data. It's slow. Okay, click on the get data. Then what file I want to connect? I have CSV file, so I want to connect CSV file. So I will select the CSV, click on CSV or text file. Okay, now I have customer data, so let's connect the customer. Okay, so it will load into the Tableau, Power BI. Okay, so let's load this. Okay, so now database has been connected and data has been loaded into the Power BI. So you can see in the right side there is a field. Okay, you can open this data table. If you open this one, you will see all the fields, all the columns available. Okay, so these are the columns we got it here. So what happened, we connected with the one of the text file and got the data. Okay, so if I want to connect with the database, online database, how will I connect? So let's say I have one online database available. This is my online database available, and there is a data available, adventure work 2019. Okay, this is a table. In this table have available the columns. In this table I have available the columns. So let me show you. Okay, so there are tables. There are so many tables available in this database. This is a data source. This is a database. Okay, in that database there are multiple tables. So you can say human resource, HR data, person address data. Okay, so there are so many tables available. Okay, production, sales, purchase, all these tables available. Okay, so this is the online. Okay, so let me show you how to connect. So what was the information? Okay, when we connect here, we have to use the Windows authentication and click on connect. Okay, so let me see this first. So when you want to connect with the online database, you will require some IP address, username, password, okay, to connect with the data source. So we have this host name, this port number, we have database name, what database you want to connect, okay, and what information like username, password. So if we select the Windows authentication, we don't need a username, password. So let's see now in Power BI. So I am copying this host name, okay, and port number I will require it 1433. Okay, So let's connect. Go to here. So what is my database, online database name? That is a SQL server. Okay, Microsoft SQL server. So only that SQL server I will select. Like text file we selected, right? So same way we will select only MS SQL. If suppose my database was Oracle, so I will select only Oracle. Okay, not the other server. So click on the database. You can see there is a SQL server database available. So many database: MySQL database, PostgreSQL database, then Teradata database, SAP HANA. Okay, so my current server is a SQL server, so I will select SQL server, connect. Okay, so it will ask me, tell me your server name. So I will give the server name, that is the host name, and what is the database. So database I will have to provide. So what is my database name? So let's see. This is the adventure work is my database name. So I will copy this name. Okay, database name, this one. Okay, I will copy this. Okay, close this, go back, click here. Okay, but you can see there are two options are showing: import and direct query. Okay, when you are connect with the online server, you are getting option import and direct query, but when you connect with the Excel file or any of the local files, it doesn't ask me this option. It doesn't ask me like this. So what is use of this import and direct query also? Okay, that I will tell you. Let's connect first. Okay, so adventure work, and there is an advanced option available. What is this? Okay, let's click on the OK. Okay, when you click on the OK, it will ask that whether your it is your Windows ID password or database ID password. What is? So I will select that it is a Windows ID password. Okay, and we'll connect. Okay. So it is connecting. So in that database, whatever the tables available, that table list I will get it here. Okay, and I will select which table I need it. Only that table I will select and will import into the Power BI. Okay, so you can see there are so many table list which is showing here. So which table I should use it? I want customer, some employee table. Okay, so where is the employee table? There is a human resource employee. Okay, and okay, human resource we have it. Do we have customers table? Okay, so let's select the human employee. Okay, I want employee, and also I need a department, employee and employee department. Okay, so once you select, only this table will load into the here. Okay, only this two table will load into the here. So let's load this. Click on the load. See, only these two tables data are loading into the Power BI. Okay, now data has been loaded. You can see employee table and employee department table. Okay, so what is inside the employee table? Okay, so in the employee table we have these columns: last name, first name, email ID, password, everything. And department, we have department information. What is the department number, department name? Okay, and we can do this. Okay, so we got the two tables. So if you see, when we connect this adventure work customer, this was a file, Excel CSV file. It did not ask me some options like select the import or select the direct query. So what is the import and what is the direct query, that I will tell you. Okay, so what is the import and what is the okay, what is the import and what is the direct query option? Let's say this is a very important question in the interview. Okay, and always common interview question: what is the import or what is the direct query? Why you select the import and why you need to select the direct query? So in which scenario you will select the import and which scenario you will select the direct query? Okay, so let's say we have one online database, that is a data source, online database. Okay, let's say this is the online database SQL server. Okay, and we have Power BI here available. You have Power BI available, Power BI desktop. Okay, when you connect with the SQL server, so now we will see first direct query. Okay, first we will see direct query. What is the direct query? When Power BI will connect with the SQL server, this data source. Okay, data source, how it will work in direct query and how it will work if you select the import. Okay, in direct query means there is a direct communication path between the data source and Power BI. There is a direct communication path. Direct communication path between the data source and Power BI. So what does it mean? So if something, let's say today data loaded, okay, tomorrow new data will come into this one, in this data source, it will automatically reflect into your dashboard in Power BI. Okay, you don't need to refresh. It will automatically reflect the data into the Power BI desktop. Okay, so there is a direct communication path. It doesn't like it will be online. Okay, so if suppose, so how it work? So it work like if suppose you have online server, okay, you don't have internet, there could be possibility that it can break the connection. suppose your internet is not good and you are connecting with the data source, then it can impact, okay, in that scenario. So it means it is an online direct communication path. So if new data will come tomorrow in this data source, it will directly reflect into the Power BI desktop. It means new data will be shown into the Power BI desktop without any refresh. Okay, but what happens in the import? It doesn't happen like this. In import, it doesn't happen like this. Okay, so what happens in the import? So let's see. Okay, what happens in the import? In import, suppose there is a data source available, same scenario, okay, and this is also SQL server, let's say. This is also SQL server, and let's say this is a Power BI desktop is here. Power BI desktop is here. Okay, in import mode, what will happen? When you will request, okay, it will connect to the SQL server, okay, then it will take out the snapshot, means complete data snapshot, okay, into the Power BI engine. So there is a Power BI engine available, okay, there is a Power BI engine. Okay, Power BI engine will use to take the data from SQL server, okay, take the data from SQL server, okay, all data, and this Power BI engine will convert the data into the compressed format. It means, let's say your data is like a 2 GB, okay, 2 GB size. When you give this 2 GB data into the Power BI engine, it will compress data, means it will reduce the size, okay, it will compress data, means reduce the size, like it will become like a 600 MB kind of, okay, it will reduce the size of the data. So it will create a .pbix file, so it will create a one pbix file, okay, so it will then create a one pbix file, extract file, nothing but a, okay, so it will create a not a pbix, you can say it is a Power BI extract file, Vertica extract file, okay. So this file pbix, okay, so this file will be generated through the Power BI engine. Then this file will be connected to the Power BI desktop. This file will be connected to the Power BI desktop. Okay, so how it will work? Let's say you are connecting to the data source, okay, and you select the import. What it will do? It will extract the new data, okay, it will extract the data and add into the Power BI engine. Power BI engine will convert that data into the Vertica file, that is the compressed file. Okay, so size will be, suppose your actual size is 2 GB, your actual size is 2 GB. When it will compress, okay, so compress, it will become a around 600 MB kind of MB size. So it will reduce your size of data, and this file is available now here. So what will happen? This file is in your system now. Now this Power BI desktop will connect with this file, your Vertica file, okay, and we'll use this file for further operation. So every time it will not connect to the SQL server, it will just connect once, take the data, okay, create a file, and next time whenever you want to use some data, it will only connect with this file. Understood what I'm saying, everyone?
Yes.
Pranay, Renuka,
Yes, sir.
Pranay, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, you understood how it used, but you should have one question that why there is a two mode. Why there is a two mode, import and direct query. We can also connect with the data source here. We can also connect with the data source. Why we are going a long procedure? See, if your data source is online, there could be the possibility that your internet is not good. Okay, and every time if you are requesting to the data source, it can be the busy. Okay, so it can impact on the performance of your dashboard. Okay, so because of the online, but in this case what happen, once you take the file, once you connect with the data source, it takes the once, okay, only once it takes the data and compress the data. So means it will consume the size. Okay, it is decreasing the size, and this file you are using for next time. Every time you will not ask requesting to the SQL server, only once you will request. Okay, once you have a file, this file you will be using for further use. Okay, like you want to create a dashboard, you will directly only connect with this file, you will not connect into the SQL server. Okay, so what will happen if suppose you don't have internet, still you can work with this file. Okay, you don't have internet, but still you can use this file. Understood what I'm saying? So that is a difference between this one. Okay, now my question is, why we don't get the direct and import option in the when we connect with the Excel file or any of the CSV text file? Why we don't get the option to select direct query or import mode? Anyone? Because file is already in your desktop. Right? So when you connect with the Excel file or CSV file or a text file, any of the file, it will already, it's offline, right? It doesn't need like a direct, it doesn't really, need a direct query. It doesn't need like a import. It will directly query and get the data, because you can easily get the data from this file. Okay, even if there is no internet, still you can work it using direct query, because file is already in your system and Power BI also in your system, right? So there will not be any problem. But if your database is online and you are trying to connect from Power BI and there are some database communication issue or some slowness or any of the internet issue, then it can impact. Okay, so which mode will be better every time? Which mode will be good? Direct query or import?
Import.
Import.
Right? Why? Because it extracts the data, right? And large amount of data you can extract, and you can like there will not be the problem when you connect like full working. Okay, so okay, so that's it about the direct query and import. So any question? Any question on this?
No.
Okay, multi-pack file. Okay, so this is the procedure. So in interview they definitely will ask you what are the types of data connection. Okay, there are two types, direct query and import. So what is the work of the direct query and what is the use of the import? When should we use a direct query and when should we use the import connection? Okay, direct query we should use it when you have Excel file or something. Okay, or or you have a real-time data. Let's say you have share market. In which condition you will use this direct query? So direct query you will use in the kind of frequently changing database. Let's say every time it is changing data here and you want to update every time here, so then that time you should use a direct query. But if you know that your data every month only loading, only one day in the month are loading in database and you are taking a data, so you don't need a direct query here. But every day data is updating, every hours or every day, so you will not every day, it can be every hours or every minute. Okay, in that condition you have to use the direct. I'm giving you one example. Let's say share market. In share market, every second, every millisecond, data update. Okay. So what will you do? In that case, we have to use a direct query because every second is updating. So I want to show this every second also here. So I have to refresh the data every time. So means direct query will be useful for this. Understood? So that is one of the scenario. Okay, everyone.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So let's. How to check whether your data is in import mode or is it in the direct query mode? How will you check? Just click on this. Okay, just click on the table, go to the this one option, this one. This one. Okay, so when you click on this table, there is an advanced option. Okay, you can see this is the import mode. If you see this file also is in the adventure file, is also in the import mode. Okay, so if there is anything direct query, it will show the direct query. Okay, right now it is in import mode, all tables. Okay, now let's see. So I told you there are three components which is built by the Power BI. Combine of the three components, that is a visualization, okay, data modeling, and DAX, data view. Okay, so first we will go with the first. What is the first thing is? We will go with the Power BI data query. Okay, see here it is also shown here. Power BI desktop is a integration of Power Query, Power Pivot, and Power View. Okay, so first we will start with the Power Query to perform the data transformation. Then we will go with the Power Pivot, data modeling. Then we will see visualization. Okay. So there are steps like if you want to install the Power BI desktop, what are the things required? Okay, then how to download this and all. Scheme here. Okay. So data connection. Okay, so Power Query Editor, how Power BI development work. First, data discovery, that is a when we connected data. Okay, and there is a query editor. Okay, query editor nothing but a ETL, nothing but a data discovery. Then data modeling. Okay, then data visualization and distributing the report. Okay, so let's see. So types of import connection and direct query. Import connection and direct query. Okay, so you can see Vertipack. in import connection, Power BI import data from any data source into our local machine. Okay, and in import connection, Power BI make a use of its in-memory engine called as a VertiPack. Okay, it use the in-memory engine, that is a VertiPack, and import data gets saved into the .pbix. Sorry, okay, the file will be saved into the .pbix format. That is the import mode from input mode. Okay, so this thing we have seen. Okay, so let me paste this diagram. Okay, I will update this one. What is the import query and what is the direct query? Okay, so there is an example has shown: create a text file and upload, connect with the Power BI. Okay, so there is a import connection shown here, how import work. Okay, so there is a complete okay. So we have seen this. Okay, so I am done for today. We will start from tomorrow data query, how data query will start work on this. Okay, please practice on this. Otherwise, if you think that you can do this later, then it will be like so much burden. It will be good if you do the practice today.
Sir, can you share